It is Mr. Walkdown, aka Kruddy Black. Go follow me on IG at Kruddy Black and go download Mr. Walkdown on all platforms.
I get my work with shooters. Shout out to shooters. My brother a mover. Your nigga a loser. Stop all that purple, your niggas be coolin'. I just want me a Ruger, no internet bluff when I'm not on computers. Try boom it, don't want to you stupid.
This is Kruddy TV Season 3 and I'm Simone.
I'm the server and I'm Xandella Black.
Mr. Walkdown, aka Kruddy Black.
And this is the collective.
So today we have Kruddy Black, and we've been waiting for this interview for 5,000 years. Where you been?
I apologize, man. I'm sorry for the wait. I've been getting my weight up, and I ain't talking about my body weight.
Alright, well, it's been a couple things that we got you here for to talk to you about. But you were incarcerated at the time, so tell me how that experience was for you.
The experience, it was definitely eye-opening, you know what I'm saying? It calmed me down, because I was definitely a wild, crazy, you know what I'm saying, little skinny black, person, but it definitely calmed me down a lot, you know what I'm saying? It helped me realize, you know what I'm saying, that life is definitely worth it, you know what I'm saying? Because being in the cell, you can't grow in that junk, so it's like, it definitely showed me that, like, freedom is definitely, like, important in my life.
How long were you in there, would you say?
I wasn't really counting, but we're going to say about 13 months.
13?
Yeah, about 13 and a half, somewhere around there.
A lot of people don't know, we are actually close friends. And I didn't talk to you because you just came out with a tape and you wanted to know my opinions. And because we had this already set up, I wanted to tell you here. So I'm going to let them get out their questions and then we could go into my thoughts about your tape.
That was kind of good.
So really, just to let you know, the tape was good. Like I fuck with it. So,
appreciate it, bro.
like my main question for you though is like, what was the inspiration behind that? Was it just you being locked up, or?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I was actually in my cell, right, and I was stressing like I had a girlfriend being locked up. She put me through a whole lot being locked up. So I was just in my cell, bro, keeping the whole buck with you. I'm sitting there high up off the coffee, and I'm writing. I'm like,
Off the coffee.
I gotta come home. I'm thinking in my mind like I gotta come home. So I'm like, and I like to do music. So I'm like thinking of, I had it planned out that I was gonna come home so much in my head. I had it built into my head. So I'm like, I need to hit the streets with something. As soon as I come home, I need a mixtape name. Boom, Mr. Walkdown. It just hit my head like, cause what I was locked up for, it go with it. So it was like, Mr. Walkdown was gonna be the name of the tape, and I stuck with it all the way until I came home and I put it in motion. Like, I mean, that's just that. Like, that's exactly where it came from. Like, me being locked up and thinking what I'm going to hit the streets with when I come home. And boom, that was that.
So basically, the whole album is about your story being locked up. Do you think you should have put in other things in it, or you just wanted this album to be about strictly how you felt being locked up?
I mean, I wanted this project to be solely focused on the time I got locked up, from the time I came home, and what I'm doing up until that point.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about, if you watched our interviews in the past, we always talk about track listing. Sometimes we're impressed, sometimes we're not. What made you choose your track listing?
Ooh, that's a good question, because I actually went through my track list and I real live put them in order exactly how I wanted to. Like, for example, the first track, Take a Risk, I actually wrote that whole song in jail. So I wanted to get the streets that my mindset of how I was when I was in jail. To me, I feel like my track listing go in order just based off the simple fact, like, if you listen, you can tell, like, oh, it's some sense behind it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people just listen to, various artists' music, and they're like, oh, I like this song, I like that song, but if you actually go through and you listen, you will understand it more, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people not going to understand it because a lot of people didn't grow up how I grew up, so, I mean,
Alright, so do you think Cell Dreams was by far your more in-tune song? Because I know your story and we're going to get into it. Do you think Take a Risk was more of something that was your story to tell?
I mean, Take a Risk was like, Cell Dreams was like that. It explains itself.
I'm saying, which one do you think are you more emotionally attached to? Take a Risk or like another song like Cell Dreams?
To be honest with you, I can't compare them because every single song on that tape they all equal to me. Like no song is higher than the other, and I don't really pay attention to every song. I put my all into it, so it was like, get what I give you. You know what I'm saying?
So did you think "Sell Dreams" was gonna be your hot track, or you thought a different song was gonna be a hot
I see that, and that's crazy. I honestly, to be honest, I didn't think "Sell Dreams" was gonna get that good of. I didn't think "Sell Dreams" was gonna get that much good of a review than far as "Take a Risk" or "Cook Crack." You know what I'm saying? Them was my personally favorite songs. But once I'm the type of person like I like what the people like. So if the people like it, I'ma like it. You know what I'm saying? So over time, "Sell Dreams" grew to my favorite songs. Just off the simple fact, like my beautiful girl, she loved that song. So it's like that showed a lot to me. Like she realized, like appreciate like my music. So that right there just showed me that like. I mean, it's official. "Sell Dreams" was officially the best song on the tape, fan-wise. But to me, it gotta be "Take a Risk" and "Cook Crack." When I first got in, locked up, I had a girlfriend. Long story short, she left me because she thought I was never coming home. Boom. So I'm like, I gotta get it some way. You know what I'm saying? So I started reaching out to females. Like my good man started putting me on with females. So I had me a little team, like letters, pictures, money when I needed it. I still had my family and my good man, hold me down. So I was pretty much straight. I definitely had them letters and them pictures on deck. Let's get that straight. We was stacked up for real. You know what I'm saying?
So has this girl from the beginning tried to, reconnect with you?
Oh yeah. She tried. She tried a couple times.
She's successful.
Fuck no. Not even.
You ain't gonna
close.
try one more time?
I will never. I mean, it just once you tell me a lie, and I know it's a lie. You know what I'm saying?
So earlier you said in order to understand your mixtape, well, people weren't gonna understand it because they're not where you're from. Do you feel as though they have to know you then to understand it?
No, because I mean, if you listen to my music, you can clearly tell what I've been through, and if you can't relate to it, then fuck you. But on a serious note, if you can't relate to it, then obviously you never been through nothing in life. Period.
Well, you really can't say but your story is not their story. What I've been through don't mean what you've been through. You probably been through hard things, but everybody's testimony is still gonna be
different. But but to all my fans and the people that listen to my music, if you listen to my music, I would want you to relate to my music. I'ma just give it to y'all like this, like the streets done gave me everything I had. You know what I'm saying? So I put all every bone in my body to the streets because I mean I was down bad before where I had to rely on the streets. So I put my all into the streets, and I know the streets don't love me, you know what I'm saying?
So are you ever going to get to that point where you start talking about how you grew up in your music? Yeah. Yeah, at one point in time, it's just, I got to dig deep in myself and find a way to put it together. Because when I'm in the studio and I hear a beat, first thing that comes to my mind, oh, I did this in the street, I did that in the street, but sometimes I got to realize, like, it always don't work out like that. Like, I need to not put myself in that one area, focus on music. Like, I can't just focus on the street niggas. I can't just focus on the street females. I gotta focus on the loyal females, the good females, the hard-working mothers, the single fathers, you know what I'm saying? Hit homes like that in the hood where I come from, like the people that's actually struggling, the people that's living, paycheck to paycheck. I gotta start talking about stuff like that instead of just always on, shoot them up, bang, bang. Everybody know I did that, you know what I'm saying? That's here and over there. I beat that, and we moving on from that. All right, so a lot of people don't know your history with, as far as 2017, you said on your song, you've been made the news. So explain, one, how you felt when you saw yourself on the news, and two, why you get locked up, what happened.
I'm going to just keep it all 100 with everybody in this room. It was kind of shocking seeing my own face, my own name, my own age on the TV screen. Like, I thought my life was over. Like, real life, I'm sitting there looking at the TV, and I'm like, it's a wrap. Like, call all my folks, told them I love them, and I'm not telling myself, man. It was just that simple. Like,
so in GTA, how many stars do you think you had at that point?
Oh, at that point, I probably had like two.
2 stars.
Keep it. I had 2 stars because I had nigga, then I ran away. You know what I'm saying? Got away in the whip. You know what I'm saying? That's like 2 stars. You know, in GTA, you smoke like 3 niggas, you only got 1 star. You know what I'm saying? So
after that moment that you went on a run, what was going through your head? Was it constant paranoia? Like you wasn't paranoid?
For the first month I was like, I find myself keep looking out the window, but over time it was just like, I mean, they're gonna catch me when they catch me. I knew I'm gonna get caught eventually. It's just when I'm gonna get caught.
How you get caught?
Oh
my bad. I'm sorry.
I actually got caught on another case.
Oh, so this is like an intertwined.
Yeah, nah, for real. It was just like a whole whirlwind of like straight BS.
So what did you get caught for to even lead up to this case? Because you just said you had one case.
No, I caught this case. Went on a run. Caught another case.
So
what is it?
2 cases.
Yeah, I did 2 cases.
Okay, explain.
I beat an armed robbery on Pennsylvania Avenue somewhere.
Oh, you was trying to survive. That's what it was.
Yeah, I thank you. Pretty much, I'm on a run, and I gotta get it any way I live. So it was like, I'm on a run for this attempted murder case. But man, my girl hungry. We can't eat. Like, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying, go stick a nigga up. That's where I come from. That's what we do when you go broke. So that's what I had to do. But obviously I didn't do it right because I got caught up. But it worked out in the long run because I wound up, I beat it. You know what I'm saying? So.
So did the dude live?
Who?
I'm sorry.
Did the dude live?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he lived. He lived to tell the tale.
So you just harbored both crimes. Maybe crimes just not.
I wouldn't say I'm horrible, but no cap though. Shout out to Q Food though. He realized said in one of his songs he was like he think he real because he pulled the trigger, but it's how you handle will come with it. Like early niggas said he real because they pull the trigger, but you know what I'm saying. It's how you handle what come with it. Like I handled it right, even though I got caught. I went to court. I fought for my life. Like I realized, like I did that. Like I handled the situation right, even though I got caught up on it. I still stayed down solid, my 10 toes.
So you feel like you can relate to Q Food?
No doubt. I can relate to him. No doubt. I can relate to him.
Okay.
No cap.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Definitely a DMV influence to me.
We're over your rap lifestyle. So how did you become a rapper? How did that click in your head to say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do?
Okay, boom.
Because I remember we being on the track.
Ho! This is my turn.
I was just saying.
This is why I started rapping. Like he said previous, you know, me and him been close friends. So one day we just decided, you know, we can rap. I thought I was Lil Wayne. He thought he was Drake. You know, we thought he was the duo. You know what I'm saying? So
we was a really good duo, though.
We was.
It was a really good thing.
So if you watch Pundit TV, you will know in one of our episodes that Steve Surfer actually pranked me and Xandella Black, and you know. I don't know what kind of duo it is because he ain't tell you that when you said he was introduction, he ain't tell you he was going to be first. So technically, what kind of duo is that? He ain't correct you.
I was the introduction, but then the night before, he said, nah, let me go first. I want to get in the booth first. So, you know, me being an upstanding guy.
We were like 13 years old.
Yeah.
We were like 13, maybe 12.
We was 12.
Yeah, maybe 12. And that's when I figured out, like, I might could actually go somewhere with this.
Even though he took hours in the booth.
Yeah, back then, you know what I'm saying?
He took forever.
So, right then and there, I knew, like, music is what I want to do. So, you know.
So, can you tell the people what was your first name before Kruddy Black?
My first name was actually Killer Dub.
Thank you.
And I got that from because, like, everybody used to call me, like, Killer. So I just put Killer. I don't know why, I just tripping a dub, like, you know, I keep it a dub.
Because I was 12. Got it.
Alright, so you was Killer Dub, you know, but
And
now
then
you Kruddy Black.
Kruddy Black.
So I gotta be in the Kruddy family. You got Kruddy Mart.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, right? What you think about Kruddy Caramel?
What you think?
What you think?
No.
What you think?
If you was a stripper, bro, yeah, but
Look,
nah.
I ain't as black as you.
Cut it.
I ain't as black as you.
Bro, why don't you go Kruddy Surf?
Kruddy Surf.
There you go, that.
I need to find my way in somehow.
And the secret stand for caramel, niggas just don't gotta know that. See, that's fair.
That's gay.
Like,
Like,
go first. Nobody don't know first.
All this.
I just want to know what you think.
What I think, I'm just keeping it on. That's a terrible idea. That's terrible. His name is Caesar Surfer Guy.
How you get in the streets? You know, that's what you talked about. So how you get?
let me keep it 100. My mother actually put me out on my birthday when I was like 13 or 12. And ever since then, it was just like, fuck it, I'm in the streets. Like, it is what it is. Streets took a hold of me, so everything I learned was from the streets. And ever since then, like, I was in and out of my mother's house, in and out of everybody's house. So it was just like, nobody really gave me nothing for real. Like, no clothes, no shoes, no food, no money, no none of that. So I realized I had to get it out the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm young. I'm 13, 12, 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Living on my own. Like, doing everything I gotta do on my own. Bringing all my own money in.
So you feel like you had nobody in your corner? Like,
I mean, I wouldn't say I had nobody in my corner. Just nobody that I really... I wouldn't say I ain't had nobody in my corner. It was just... It was...
The odds were against you.
Yeah, I say... Yeah,
But do you feel like your family... not disowned you, but not talk to you either because of you?
I mean, I feel like I was the black sheep of the family. I mean, let's get that clear. I feel like I was just the black sheep of the family. Nobody really cared, so I always looked towards, like, my friends. Like, I always wanted my friends first instead of my family. Usually it'd be, I go to my family first, then my friends. But Benzo, like, none of my, like, I got a lot of brothers and sisters, but none of them was really there for me. Let's get that clear. I love all of them to death, but my friends came through for me before my family. And it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's why I say, like, I really got everything off the streets. Like, everything. And that's the reason why Kruddy Black hopped in the streets.
So let's talk about your background, right? Since you brought up Eric, let's talk on it. What was that experience like with losing a friend? If you guys don't know, Eric was a... Matter of fact, you do that.
Yeah, for the people that don't know, Eric was, you know, a close friend of me coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, well, I wouldn't say one of my first best friends, but he was like one of the first, not one of the first friends, but he was a friend that stuck with me. Like, he was there, you know what I'm saying, at the time of my life. He was killed, you know what I'm saying, by his stepdad, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a triple murder. His stepdad, him, his stepmother, his mother, and his little brother. They all got killed. So that was like the first time, like, I personally, like, went through losing a close friend, you know what I'm saying, besides my dad. You know,
do you think that traumatized you and, like, that started what you are today?
I wouldn't say it started it, but it definitely gave me, like, a kickoff. Like, it definitely, like, did something to me. Like, I was like, that was, like, my time, like I met death. And, like, it shocked me. Like, it made me, like, look at life totally different from a young age. So.
Alright, so I did some research, right? And so with that research being done, I done seen that you had an issue with Tazzinashell, the dude who do Instagram comments. He's pretty known on...
AKA, his real name is Terrence Rames. Let's get that clear.
And how did you feel when you saw that was the person that was trying to ultimately put you in jail? Because he did go on the stand, right?
Yeah, it hurt me. It hurt me when I found out, like, he was really trying to put me in prison. Like,
so this was your friend?
I mean, at one point in time, he realized I wouldn't say I considered him a friend, but he was like, he was somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I would call him, like, yeah, bro, like, what you doing today? You trying to record something? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily like no friendship. It was almost so
working relationship.
A working relationship, but it built into like a friendship and working relationship at the same time. So when I found out, like, he was hating on me, it was like, bro, it's nothing you to hate on. Like, I ain't all that popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a regular degular, you know what I'm saying? Regular nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, no point of you to hate on me. So when I found out it was taking that far, now I feel like the worst thing you could do as a man, like, I felt like he couldn't touch me in the street, so he go get the white man to touch me, which is, it's wow, it's crazy. Like, you know,
Did you get to see the video where he was actually helping the police officers with trying to find the shells?
I seen all that. I still got the video in my phone. You know what I'm saying? So that right there showed me, like, a lot of these producers and rappers, whatever you want to call him, he's a rapper, producer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He goes by the name Tazzinashell. whatever you want to call him, he claiming that he's doing all this crazy stuff. You're not doing it, but then when it come to stuff getting real, he didn't give him a stand one time. He got on the stand twice. Let's get that clear. February 19th? It was February 19th through the 22nd. Then it was then it was June 27th. He got on the stand both days, and I still walked away. So that comes to show you, all y'all snitches out there, bruh, he ain't gonna work every time.
Did he know the person Did you know the person that's saying they're the victim?
Nah, I
Do you know the person? Let's just go with this.
No.
Do you know the person?
Nah, I don't know him. Like, he ran up on me and I did what I did.
So Taz don't know this person?
Nah, Taz actually knows him. They've been friends for a while, and I didn't find that out until I went to trial and they was explaining it. That I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm pretty sure you can ask the state's attorney, Jamie Sterling. She knows.
Did y'all know each other? Did y'all have beef?
I actually did not know this dude. Like, we had no prior conversations, no words exchanged, no none of that.
So do you know his name?
I actually know his name now.
What's his name?
I'm pretty sure you heard it a couple times. Saw it a couple times.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot of times. His name is Dion.
I knew it was. That's why I asked.
And so knowing that, I then also looked up everything about him, and his father was saying that if he was to catch you, he'd do some really inhumane things. Apart from that, let's talk cruddiness.
Yeah.
When you found out we were using that song for our theme song for our first season, how was that?
It's going up. That's all I think. It's going straight up to the motherfucking sky.
It was actually really successful for the first season, so we do
Yeah, outside people liking that joint.
Yeah, no, that joint was crank though. I ain't know what's that shit was straight fire.
Right now, I think we're at 1,100 views with that.
Yeah.
So we do thank you as far as that.
Appreciate it, bro.
When it comes to your personal life, how's your relationship with your mother?
I really don't have a relationship with my mother like I said before. She put me out on my 12th birthday, so that explains.
You don't think you can mend that back?
I wouldn't say. I mean, to be honest, and I'm a lot of people might not feel what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it like it's to the point where like I really don't care whether if we have a relationship or not. Let's just keep that a buck. Like I've been through so much stuff with this lady. It's just like I'm at the end. Like I'm at the end with it.
So she said you have a twin. I didn't know that. So your twin, she said you died. She died from birth, or
I mean, it was like basically you could say from birth. We both made it, but I don't think we was cooked all the way. So
So basically, whatever happened in the womb got nothing to do with you, basically. And you feel like
it don't. I didn't tell my dad stick his little thing on my mother. I didn't do it.
So do you feel like she's just carrying that hurt for not no reason?
I wouldn't say it's no reason. She just probably feel like I was that problem child, I guess, which I was, but most of that shit stemmed from her, treating me a certain type of way.
I mean, because don't take this wrong when I say it. When I don't know, when you have when like they say about dogs, if a dog never have mother love, it's gonna be evil. Not saying that you're evil, I'm saying like that, but meaning like even in animals, they still need a mother's love.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm evil, but
I'm not calling you evil.
I would not. In some situations, like I am evil. Like when it comes to like me beefing with niggas, I'm evil. Like I'm cold-hearted. Like it's just that simple. And when it comes to like being as though I never really had my mother around. She's always been around, but she wasn't around. So I always told myself like when I get that girl, like I really fuck with. All the love that I couldn't show my mother, I'm gonna show it to her. You know what I'm saying? So, it's.
You think you got that now?
Damn, you so man.
Because he just threw that question in there as I'm talking.
Just like see, the
question.
surfer is the Charlemagne of the group. So he say some more stuff.
He answers the questions the whole world wants to hear. Yes, I feel like I found that. I feel like I found that person. She get on my nerves. She got on my nerves. The ride here. So I mean, I put up with it, because I with her. But I feel like she gonna be around as long as I want her to be around. As long as she want me to be around. As long as it's equal, we here. Can't nothing, can't nothing stop that. So the answer to your questions, hell, mother, yeah.
Alright, so let me see if Let me see if you love her. You ate her ass yet?
Hell no, I'm not.
Oh, then you don't love her.
It's lying.
You don't love her.
Like, see, there she going this again. She's lying.
Why?
Babe, stop doing that. You're lying.
Dang, no, but the face on her supported though. The face on her supported though.
Oh no, you talking about her butt? Oh, you talking about pussy? Her ass? Oh no, that's big.
Say yes, you have.
So I'll let you.
Yes.
So you gonna sit there? So you gonna sit up here and tell me I'll lick your hole where shit comes out at? So you gonna sit here and tell me that?
Yes, you made me get in the shower and you licked my butt.
It's okay.
Hey, oh grandma, is she still alive?
That's
She's
how.
lying.
That's how you know you love her.
I don't lick.
If you haven't, you don't love her yet.
Okay.
Babe, you did lick my butt.
It's okay. A little swipe ain't nothing wrong.
Hey, bro, make sure y'all cut this real live, bro. I am a cold freak, but I don't do that. Please.
Back to the music. You think this your best album?
No,
You think this your best project? It's not?
no.
What you think your best project is?
My best project, Mr. Walkdown 2 coming soon. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh,
my
that's
best
your best album.
So
project.
your best is your next.
Yeah, my best
Is
is
it?
right now.
Can you really say you got best album when he haven't put out many?
So I guess it just be like the best so far more so than.
It's not the best.
I mean, the best so far is clearly Mr. Walkdown. We all can agree on that.
I don't think we all can agree on that.
Well, what would you say the best is, sir? See, the surfer.
I don't think you have a best project. Okay, so now we're going to get down to the thoughts. I don't think it was a good project. I thought it was good songs.
So you think?
But if you want to put it together, I don't think it necessarily was a good fit to put all those songs
I mean, sure.
together.
I mean, I'm not paying you for your opinion, so you can think what you want.
But you sitting right here.
All right,
listen to it,
speaking
so-
of pain,
It's great. I respect your opinion, but me personally, I believe it was fire.
But-
Fire.
we're not saying it's bad either.
Fire.
though.
It's good. It's good. It's really good individual song. You sound the same in every single song. There's no switch of flow.
Yeah, you talking about the same thing.
Right, it's the same thing. So they're
got
good individual songs.
Got gun on.
It's just when you think of more of an album, you get more of a plethora of a variety.
I definitely agree. Like, it was, as I was making it, because a lot of songs didn't make the cut. So, as I was making it, it was like, I kind of rushed it a little bit because I was so focused on dropping my first project.
Which is understandable.
My first project. So I really didn't give no thought behind it. I had a name and I had songs and I just wanted to put it out there for the people.
We went to a show recently. Pundit itself, not necessarily Zay, but me and Simone went to a show recently
It makes my own.
at Base. How did that feel being on stage?
It actually is. It's the best feeling in the world. Like, this all I want to do in life is just make music and perform for people and get money off the back end. Shout out the back end, baby. You dig? No cap. But nah, though, realize it's definitely a humbling experience. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, I can get better in every area of my music right now, but it's definitely a great experience by far.
So, you're saying like you want to make music and all that. Do you want to be local famous or you trying to get famous?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because
You trying to be mainstream or you trying to be DMV?
because they get the local fame do you nice for real. Like that sets you up, but then famous.
Nah, I'm gonna
fame
keep it
sets
100.
you up.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I want to put on for my city. I want to put on for the DMV.
So you gonna be DMV?
I'm not really focusing on like no commercial rappers, or I'm not really focused on going commercial. I'm trying to put on for the people that's actually that's really out here struggling every day in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not focused on. I wouldn't say I'm 100% about the money. It's like 50-50. Like, I really want to actually do good for, like, you know, where I live at, where I put on at, you know what I'm saying, where I get my money at, you know what I'm saying?
So you're not scared that there might be more hate than there is love?
It's always
Like,
it's
if you
all,
look at Nipsey Hussle situations, he was somebody who did good for the community and got killed by the community. So you don't look at that, don't alter your mindset, or
I mean, you gotta think about it. Robbers, you claim you from the street. You done did street stuff. So you can't say that you not in the street no more. That's just like me killing 2 niggas and I become a street activist. You mean to tell me my parents ain't gonna come back to hunt me and one of their family members or one of their brothers come back and smoke me? Even though I'm an activist and I'm doing good stuff for the community, that don't take away from all that stuff I did 10 years ago or 15 years ago. That stuff still come back and haunt you. So being as though that's just like a drug dealer. He's selling all these drugs to these fiends. But then he giving 1,000, but then he giving 100 book bags to the local community. Come on, bro, you doing dirt, but you doing good, you know what I'm saying, doing that dirt, you know what I'm saying, that shit come back to haunt people, you know what I'm saying,
So you
like,
feel as though whatever, as long as you feel as though whatever you accomplish in life, you gonna do it, but even if your past come back to haunt you, you already know that might happen.
yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I just want to make sure my family good and I'm good when my past do come back and harm me. And I ain't saying like somebody gonna kill me. We all gotta die one day. So it's like, that's what I mean by when I say my past come back and harm me.
So you at peace with your past, basically. Not at peace like that, but you own to the stuff that you have done to people, and if it come back, it come back.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. But I feel like everything I did so far in my life to harm somebody, it was for a reason. So I felt like my karma pretty much came back as much as it's going to do as far as the situation that I've been in my life up to so far. Now my future, I might crit a nigga out tonight. You never know, you know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. Alright, so we're looking for local fame. Like, what's your peak? What would you say you think your peak would be?
Because you gotta think about the time where Q the Fool, What a Rapper, Shabazz, all them was DMV famous, and we're there now.
But then you got people like Flock who still DMV famous.
Right.
So.
Came home, and everybody on his joint.
What was that question again?
Where do you think your peak is when it comes to being locally famous?
I feel like my peak would be connecting with all the people y'all just named. That's when I feel like I'm officially, like, I would say, DMV famous, quote unquote, I guess. Appreciate y'all time watching this video. You know, I'm with Simone, Zeta Black, and over the infamous Cedar Server. Shout out to my man Goo'chi. Shout out to Kyla. Shout out to my bae. Y'all know I love y'all. I know everybody in this room, I love y'all. Bottom of my heart. But nah, shout out to my fans, though. Make sure y'all go get that Mr. Walkdown on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go get that Xandella effect by, you know, Coochie Zan, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that. You know what I'm saying? They got new projects coming up soon. And let's get into this challenge they got in store for your boy.